G'day. Whether you're an Aussie or an Englishman or just a purveyor of fine food, you probably know that when you're in Thailand, you really do miss a meat pie or a piece of flake or shark as we call it in Australia. Well, we've got the answer for you. At Tinnies here in Pattaya, you can get one of the best pies in the entire world. Check it out. Today we're getting Tinnies to put down their big silver ramp so we can go in and have a look at their marvellous pie shop. Join us now.
So this is what it looks like after the ramp's been unlocked and unfolded. And let me tell you, it is a solid ramp. You could drive a truck up this thing, not just a little wheelchair. I would have no hesitation in bringing my 200 kilo electric wheelchair up there. You might think it's a little steep. We'll tell you what we're going to do about that later when we talk to Mike. But for the first time, I'm going into Tinnies to have some food. And I'm not going to tell you about that either because you're going to get a big surprise, especially if you're Australian. If you're a little bit worried about the steepness of the ramp, there's no need to be. Either Mike or any of his staff will come out and help you up the ramp and into a world of food. Let's go, Mike.
Okay. See? Easy.
We are here with Mike inside Tinnies restaurant. G'day, Mike. How you going, mate? It's not, thanks for having us.
Yep.
I'll just tell people a little bit about why I've come here and then we'll talk to you.
Yep.
Because I don't know how many of you have come and stayed in Asia for a long time, but if you're Australian, you really miss pies. And I kept coming past your restaurant, Mike, and seeing signs that nearly said best pies in the world almost, and all sorts of great things. And I didn't look for a while, and then one day I saw a great big silver ramp. Yeah. And I thought, maybe I can go in there.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And that's how it is. And you were telling me why you built that ramp. Can you tell everyone a little bit about that?
Yeah, we had a fellow I'd met here on the beach a few times at Motor Neuron, and he just amazed me at what he'd done and achieved in his life.
Yep.
He'd travelled all around Thailand all by himself. You know, the local people everywhere were happy to cut up his food and feed him and things like that, help him eat. And so I went out and built a ramp so that he could come into my restaurant.
Because he obviously wanted to come in.
Yes, yeah, he'd been here a few times and sat outside. And
had a pie, or what did he have?
Yeah, had a pie, and so we got it set up.
You didn't build a small ramp, mate. You built a bridge.
Yeah. Oh, no good half doing it. I'm a big bloke.
Look, you built a big ramp, but you said even that's not enough. You're going to change the entrance to make it more accessible.
Yeah, we're about to move the entrance just behind us to here so that it'll be permanently available rather than us have to put the ramp up.
And it won't be so steep either.
No, it'll be a lot easier to get in and out.
Because it's a little bit of a Mount Everest thing. But
yeah, because it's not only people in wheelchairs, it's also people that have trouble walking because in Asia and especially around here, a lot of the steps are very steep. They're not built to our standards. And,
that's right.
It's pretty hard for somebody that has trouble walking, climbing steep stairs.
Well, Kun Krishna and the government are pushing this friendly design thing. You might have seen it at the PTT stations and things. And it really is about not just wheelchairs, but pregnant women, ladies with babies and elderly, because the population of elderly in Thailand is just, like everywhere, it's just exploding.
Yeah.
Becoming a bigger percentage all the time.
Okay.
But I mean, that's all the technical stuff, which we're excited about. What I like most is the food. Well, we've just been served the food.
Yeah.
And I've actually got to work and talk, and I don't want to. I want to eat.
No worries.
But this is, we've got the flake, we've got the pies, and you make a sausage roll that actually tastes good, and I've never had one of them in Asia anywhere.
Sausage rolls are more an Australian than an English style sausage roll. They're not the old hard sausage mint sausage rolls. It's made with basically no fat at all in it. And very popular. This one here's pork, cheese and bacon, one of my favourites.
So are you telling me it's a good diet food?
Yeah, it is. Like, you only got to look at me to see that. And,
well, I think that'll be my new diet, the sausage roll diet.
And what you've got there is a traditional minced beef. We grind our own beef. That way then we know it's 100% steak, nothing else.
Yes.
And
Can't call it an Aussie pie if it's 100% steak, mate. You're doing it too good.
So we better dig in because they're going to get cold otherwise.
I'm going to
We're going to split these, are we?
Yes. The reason I want to do this is so you can see inside the pie. Have a look at that. That's not a footy pie, that's a real pie. That is a beauty.
So,
I have to buy Carl something shortly. He's starting to look hungry. So look at that. It's a very different sausage roll. The pastry is really light and fluffy. I'm not going to touch it, but it's absolutely beautiful. And I'll give you a look that it is real flake or shark, right?
yep.
And so there's no bones whatsoever. I'll just look at that. That's not a thin piece of flake. That's a really. You getting hungry, Carl?
Starve.
I'm going to try this. I should put a bit of salt on it. Just a little bit. Can't have fish without salt.
No.
So, my mother always said you shouldn't talk with your mouth full. And I'm not stopping eating, so the segment's stuffed right now.
Yeah.
That tastes really good. You going to have some fish?
Yeah, I'll take that small bit.
Yeah, it's all good.
I really don't need it.
And I will buy you a meal when you're done, Carl. I might steal some of it, but I'll buy it. So look, we want a lot of people to come here. We might come and show them the new ramp when you put it in,
Yep, great.
and we'll get it out there.
Right.
Mike, it's been a pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Yeah.
Really delicious food at Tinny's here in Pattaya. That's just one little segment on travelling around. We don't just do Thailand, we do all over the world. Don't forget our program The Spin, which discusses all things mobility impaired. Check it out on our YouTube, which is Anywhere on Wheels TV. Please subscribe and like to give yourself a chance to win a trip to Thailand or Brittany in France. Thanks a lot. Cheers.